Hi everyone, delonewolf here, and welcome back for some more EVE Online. Welcome back also to SiSi, the test server for EVE Online. It's been a while, but SiSi is having a second mass test for the DX12 upgrade and some graphical updates. Mass test should be underway at any moment, and we are ready for the mass undock and the warp to XBV. So let's do that. And the last mass test, I recorded some footage of it, but we had a lot of problems with the graphical updates, really tanking the FPS whenever we would move the camera. So I decided not to make a full video on that. Now undocking here will be a little bit painful. Obviously there's like 100 people that are all undocking from the station. It does look quite nice. And alright, this feels a hell of a lot better. FPS was tanking to like 10 or something like that whenever I would move the camera like this last time. Let's see how the grid transition will work whenever I go to XBV, which is up here. Let's do a warp within 0, and then let's also move my ogres to a large thermal. I had to do new ogres because I did lose the previous ones in the PvP part. But yeah, this feels a lot better, and I think it's already a major improvement. SiSi did mention that they already fixed quite a few of the problems that were encountered in the previous mass test, which is of course what a mass test is all about. I'm flying in the rattlesnake with what's the skin called? Let's actually just see if interactions here work. Yeah, a little bit of a frame drop here to the 30s whenever I opened the window, and the skin that I'm flying is the Vampire's Hex skin. Pretty damn cool one. Deep red, blood red. It's pretty nice. So here's the transition to the grid, right? We do lose some FPS, but mostly, well, here we go to the 20s. This is a more busy grid, of course, as well. Let's see if I can maybe do an orbit at 1000 on this one. But once I'm zoomed out, we can get back to the 60 FPS, so that already feels okay. And this was impossible. The zoom that I'm doing now was completely impossible last week during that mass test. So was the turning of the camera that I'm doing here. So almost 180. Yeah, SiSi Possum is saying the same thing that I'm noticing here. Performance on zooming in and out seems much better today. I 100% agree. It's still pretty tough, right? When there's this many ships all balled up together. The client is having some problems. It's still 40 FPS. We are holding on. Let's see if shooting stuff will make a difference, and if jumping, of course. That's always a little bit dangerous. We'll see how many make it into the next system, because we did notice quite a few crashes as well during the last mass test. So jumping from one system to another, we would lose quite a few people. But this one feels a hell of a lot better already. So do I have any ammo with me? Yeah, we still have some missiles. That should be fine. 30 FPS zoomed in, RTX 3060. Slightly last time. Yeah, but you really couldn't do this. If I did this, the zooming that I did here would crash down to the 10s or even less than that FPS, and I was so it felt really dangerous basically to do any zooming or changing of the camera. So all I really did was go like this, and I just follow the steps but not move my camera during the mass test at all. And you can see how quickly now it responds, goes back to a full 60. So that is fine, while still turning around does have a little bit of an impact. But we should be okay, and that's pretty good view, right? Lots of Hells, couple of Titans. So we got some super carriers, a couple of dreadnoughts as well, but not too many. I think the fight could be interesting. And in 10 seconds we'll do our jump. 5, let's get ready. Jump, right. Let's go like that, give it a little bit of time. You can see everyone is jumping through the gates. Down to the 30s. I'm in the tunnel, we're back at 60. And then of course now the transition to the next system. Okay, another dive when I loaded the grid there. But at least it's down to 30 FPS, which is, I mean, this feels like it's manageable. This doesn't feel like I'm gonna lose the client by jumping like this with hundreds or 150 of our friends. So let's see, it's gonna be the Tatara normally. There's a Sotio here as well. It's aligned to the Tatara. And we got 130 people here, 150 in the channel. So I think on the crashing front, it seems quite alright. We are aligning the Tatara. We do have a Zenitra there. It's pretty dangerous against my bulky Scorpion. A couple of them. There's another one. And FPS wise 50. But yeah, I can turn around. This feels far more normal. I can turn around, I can zoom in, zoom out. So we'll be able to look at some stuff during the fights. And in fact, 150 made it in here, 150, 48 in here. I think just a couple of people playing on multiple accounts and a few people that were in here but not following the mass testing. That always happens. But this is pretty alright, I think. We managed to get through. And then we just wait. Some people just can't wait, but I'm gonna wait for the instruction to take the warp. Or we could also maybe wait to see if the fleet warp takes place. And so zoomed out like this. Yeah, that's a little bit of a drop on some people leaving. Warp to the Tatara. Let's see if anyone... Nope, doesn't look like it. I'm actually gonna do a warp within 50. Kinda wanna stay out of the big ball. But there should be some people up there by the time I land. So again... Alright. Very smooth grid transition, zoomed out with a pretty steady camera like that. Let's see what the grid transition is if I don't move anything coming in. Let's go. Well, it is a slow ship, but we'll see. Tatara at 7, 4 AU, 2 AU. We're coming in. Oh, and this one has shields. So last time it had just a little bit of structure actually. We could shoot through that pretty quickly. And yeah, we do dive below the 30, but we recover pretty quickly. And honestly, this feels like, yeah, we're still completely in control. The client can handle it. So I'd say that that's pretty nice. Do I need to get closer for this? Flight time, ooh, 31. Yeah, I do. Let's do an orbit at 25 maybe. Shoot the Tatara and nothing else. I'll send in some drones. Maybe just the Minmatar drones. They tend to be a little bit faster. Let's go. I think we can put this on there as well. And now there's action on the field. You can see the client is having a little bit more trouble with this one, but I think if we fully zoom out we should be okay. A little bit of hesitation here as well. You can see that here feels like it's not, well, like this now. It's holding on pretty easily at 60. There's a moon chunk being tractored here as well, and look at that. That almost reminds me of the Death Star, of course, but pretty damn cool. Look at that. And let's see if I can find the enhanced nebula. So that should have more color in it. I mean, maybe I should just have a, well, I do feel like you can see that there's like more detail in these clouds for sure. A little bit more depth to it. Does look very nice. Like this, it almost looks like a painting. So I think that that's pretty cool. And let's see what else had changed. I think details on some ships should be better now. So let's maybe go and see if we can take a look at those. Ooh, that did feel pretty hard, but still held on the 25 range. So I think that's still okay. And so here, I think you can see again on the materials, very cool skin on this one. That definitely looks quite nice. So they're firing at the Tatara. We get fireworks going as well. So I would say that this is feeling kind of normal. Let's see if we can... Ooh, a little bit of audio glitching there, slightly. Nothing too bad. So here there's a Punisher, actually with a little bit of damage on it. He's gonna repair his damage as well. Target's now invulnerable. Really sure what happened there. Let's see if I can retarget it. Shields, oh, shields are down. We just pushed through the shields. That's what happened. Haha, so no Tatara explosion this time. I see, I see. Varger, gonna take a quick look at that one if he's not in the middle of things. Yeah, maybe again, right? A little more crisp, I feel, here and here as well on the sail, you could say. It does feel like it's slightly. Yeah, it actually feels like the model is far more crisp. So I think that's pretty damn cool. Let's see, because they're shooting again. Ah, there we go. Now we're on the structure. And even zoomed in now, I can get, if there's not too much stuff happening, I can get to the 40s here, holding above 30 with basically all the action showing. And I can still zoom in and out with pretty good confidence. So I'd say that this is nice. A little bit of crackling on the audio here, but nothing too major. And then one sound, again, is really overwhelming. Even from this position, I'm hearing, I don't know, maybe a buzzing sound or something like that. I think it's the Tatara. Fully zoomed out, we're in quiet audio, so I'm actually gonna stay here for a bit. It's actually pretty annoying. And 90%. That's the lava planet. Not really sure. It does feel like the object is a little bit more pronounced than what I've got on TQ. There's, ooh, look at Cloud Ring. Now that's a difference. That's a big difference. That's the high-res nebula for sure. Look at that. Beautiful. It's got way less green, way more white. And again, look at the details there on the trails. From, well, the cloud, the gas cloud, or whatever you want to call it. Very, very cool. That's a big difference. On the Galente one, I'm not sure if I noticed that much of a difference, but on the Cloud Ring one, I personally do notice a lot of extra detail in that one. That's beautiful. And then back there, I'm not sure which one this is. Maybe because I never pay attention to it, it still looks like a dark spot. But that one is nice. Very, very nice. Alright, so we're still going after that one. Am I in range for my missiles? Well, it's a little DPS, not a lot, but let's add it. Performance is 20 on high. I'm also at 4K, by the way. So this feels alright. I can do 50 zoomed out. Zoomed in, I can, yeah. I can do 40 and like this. You can get just below 30. But we can do this. We can move around, we can zoom in and out. Let's see if we can go and look at some other ships as well. Here's the Raven. Let's see. Those Nestors were not in the middle of everything. So there's this one. A little bit closer. Yeah, I can very easily then get super close. Pretty dark skin on this one. But again, I feel like those round parts there are a bit more pronounced. That's the engines. I think it's looking pretty nice. Let's see if we can click on this. Go take a look at the Dominics here. getting clipped by the hell. Ooh, up there, a zappy boy. Let's see if I can grab it. There we go, Thunderchild. Don't think I've actually ever really seen one of those in action. Ooh, look at those engines up there. Bzzzt. That is pretty unique looking. And then a gold silver skin. That does look nice. Very nice even. Look at that. Then that's presumably the drone bay. And there's like a heatsink for the weapon system. Now let's see where it shoots from. The bottom one. And look, that is... honestly, that's really, really beautiful. And it's in my fleet, so hopefully we can find that as well during the PvP fights. We are at 64%. Okay. Control F for the FPS monitor. And maybe we can go look at the shack here, the other weapon system. Ooh. The core is giving it all she's got. And the beam is super hot. And then you get the red skin here. Look at the animation. Power is coursing through the entire ship. Here you get animation. And I love that the metallic parts here. That actually it does feel like it's pretty much reflecting part of the nebula up there. So I mean, that is graphically pretty damn impressive. Yeah, the bit that's a little bit on the front is actually... I can even recognize the 3 spots right there that actually give off light. The 3 bright spots, and they're right there in the shack. So that's super damn cool. And then on this side, and I can go zoom in 50 FPS. We can move. This feels really good. And then again here, parts of the model a little bit more crisp here on the front. Definitely good. Around 12 FPS with 8 clients. Alright. Well, someone has to stress test all that stuff. Halfway there. Let's go take another look at some other ships. Here's a little Tristan that hasn't been cleaned for quite a while. Actually not shooting, it's got a couple weapons on there. And then here again, right, look at that metallic part here. You can again recognize the Galente bluish nebula with the bright spots in there. That is really cool. And yeah, with all the dirt, not that much reflection on that part of the ship. Cool. What else do we have here that could look cool? Maybe something else that's small, but they're not moving, unfortunately. So yeah, I'd love to see them moving. Heron's not really moving. Another Vedmak Primea up there. Let's go take a look. More of a brightly colored skin. With the holographics there. That's pretty nice. And again, I feel, right, you can see now the turning part, it's a little more crisp. So this looks pretty damn cool. Oh, and things were sped up, I think, because there she blows. Are we gonna zoom out, zoom in a little bit more. Definitely gotta take you back. And as we stop shooting, you can see FPS goes up, performance stabilizes a little bit. There she blows. The reactor just blew. Bright lights, debris all over the place, and then just the wreck that's left. And work like a charm here. That's really nice. That's quite optimized at this point. Stargate, point dots, line 2. Look at that debris there. Still glowing from the fallout. And a couple... Ooh, the Triglavian beams are still shooting it. So that's one graphical bug. Don't even... Unless they're shooting the wreck. Let's see if that's... Oh yeah, they're actually shooting the wreck. I thought it was a graphical bug, but no, they're actually shooting the wreck right there. It's already down to 95%. Please scoop drones and a line. Alright. Oh, they've got a Komodo and an avatar. It's gonna be interesting. Thanatos, Tempest 3D Shoe. Normally we'll have some targets to shoot at, and then back. Oh, someone is actually right behind me. In a rifter. Warp to the point dot gates. Stargate. Point dot. Warp it in 0. Again, quick look at the grid. Okay. Oh, there it is. I was thinking that's a nice grid transition, but when you got really off the grid, you went to 0 for a moment, but recovered pretty well. And then there's a Megatron behind me. I love this as well, that the camera tracking works within the warp tunnel. And then another grid transition. Not too easy, and then the big stuff comes in, so... Okay, I'm not sure who has to go first, so let's wait. Oh, we're actually at 200 in local and 171. Some people still came in. That's the overview. Okay. And more stuff loading on the grid. So here she's having a little bit of a problem. Some Serpentis rats coming in as well. Fleet W, jump. Alright. Let's do that. But you can see grid transitions still pretty tough. We go through, let's see how the jump goes. Yeah, since we're in the first 60, that ended up being okay as well. I'm going to see if I can't get the ship out. So I'm gonna orbit at 1000 in preparation so that I don't have to fly too far. Maybe I can do slightly longer orbit, something like that. And a couple of guys, neutrals potentially. There we go. You go back. Very smart. Let's see, Drekavac. That one went back as well. Megatron at 80 is heading for the Keepstar. Providence. pretty good. And do we get more detail? Let's see. I again, look at that here with how the black and dark part underneath the ship. I think you can see that it gives like harder edges and a clearer volume to what we've got on TQ. On the main bulk here, still feels like it's maybe a little bit low res, but once you get on those windowed parts, I think it looks really, really good. Some shooting has started, I think. Alright, let's get an overview of the battlefield. I'll wait for the command, although there's clearly some people fighting. Can I click on you? An eagle. I thought it was something smaller, but there he is. Fleet X, jump and fight. So we should be able to choose some targets. Let's see. A Vexor. Let's see if we can do some damage on that. He's already halfway down. Let's add in the DPS. Zap. He's gone. Hurricane a little bit bigger, a little bit tougher. And maybe I'll do an orbit at 5 and see if we can't just accidentally trap someone. Also delete it. Alright. Won't go after CCP guys just yet. Sacrilege at 20 and Archon. Oh, we could go for the Vargur here. Ooh. That one already has like structure damage. F drones. Oh, now he's at 95. Can't even get to him. I thought he was close by. Right, then we get a Marshal. He's burning out. Okay, Marshal, engage. 1, 2, 3. And so here, FPS wise, from like a steady view with not too much on it. Oh, he's getting out. Let's keep firing. See how much we can get through his shields. And he went out to 90 kilometers as well. Alright, Vargur is back. Praxis not too tanky. You guys don't have to chase that. Right, 1, 2, 3. Whipped missiles coming in. Big shield explosion. He's got pretty big shields, but if we push through that, he'll be in trouble. Look at those Praxis shields going crazy. That's pretty nice. In the meantime, the big boys are duking it out as well. That Revelation's taking quite a beating. His shields are going down slowly though, as we run out of missiles, so that'll slow things down, I think. Sieging the Thanatos. Alright. Well, the Serpent is dropping as well. He's trying to pull away, but look at that. Shields are gone. Paper thin. Praxis is down. Let's see, what else do we have here? Someone is targeting me. A Phoenix is targeting me. Alright. Let's see, there's an Absolution. Take 2. That's gonna be a lot tougher to break. But we can try. They have already tried. That's pretty obvious. But let's bring on the damage. I think it's take 2. It is getting hit quite hard. There's the reaction. Blap. Alright, gone. Interesting. Tempest Fleet issue. Cruising within my web range. 1, 2, 3. There we go. And this feels really good. Honestly, I can look at stuff, can zoom in, zoom out. It's working. It takes its toll, but it's working, and I feel like this is not gonna crash. We'll be able to keep this up. So Praxis with lasers, is that right? Is helping me out here. Let's take a quick look. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So we're through his shields. Is he shield tanked or not? He's targeting me now. That's cool. Yellow boxed. My drones won't be able to get those. He was shield tanked because this is going a hell of a lot faster. Look at all that armor damage now. Blap. And then there's the next victim. Drifting, and boom, he is gone. As something AoE, pretty big AoE stuff goes down. As soon as he's at 12, let's take a quick look at that one. See if my drones can't catch it. Ooh, and then there's someone we did want to take a look at. Oh, engage, you can go.
A module has run out of charge.
Missiles, alright. That one is down, and then we're gonna actually take a quick look at you. Slow boating as well. There's the shot, and there's all the bounces on drones and fighters and things like that. This is pretty cool. Of course, the massive damage that some of those Vetmax can do is pretty nice as well. I think he jumped. Alright, let's see if... I'm still in fleet, right? Let's see if there's anything being broadcast here. I usually just do my own thing, but needs armor. That's up. Target the Leshak. Let's go. At 60, can't really do much against that. Maybe I can send in my drones and add in the web. So then we'll take a look who else comes in. Alright, thank you for helping with this mass test. So the mass test is now officially over. Let's see if there's anything close by. It's lots of capsules, lots of fighters, and then lots of big stuff like Komodo and an avatar. There's still a maelstrom there that we might try. The Leshak is taking damage. We are also full missile complements, so let's see. I think he's also kept in place there. There's more damage. He is repping a lot of shields. Or getting reps. That's actually really impressive. I'm going to tighten my orbit so I can get out after this. The Leshak is gone, but the Maelstrom? Jesus. That's a lot of tank. But this is working really well. Pretty stable. Finally, we got some more DPS on that. Still repping a lot, but we're pushing through. Blap. He goes down as well. Alright, let's recall our drones. See if I can save him this time. But pretty nice. 4 clients were sacrificed in the mass test. Well, stuff is pretty much free here. Ooh, Komodo exploding. I think it's the Komodo, or is it just an avatar? 30 is usually doable. And then maybe I'll take a quick look at like one of the faster stuff out here. So here's a flight of mantises, not sure how that's supposed to be pronounced, but again, I can look at it, I can zoom in and out, and when there's not too much stuff happening, we've got the FPS, and then you can see how large some of those ships are here. Even my little battleship doesn't compare to the dreadnoughts, the titans, the carriers, the supers. That actually looks decently good as well. Their flight mechanics took a little bit of a hit there, I think. And we're not getting too many, so something that happens from time to time is they get like hung up weapons, that they then start to shoot something that's like completely impossible. But here it's all going quite nicely. Look at the shield hits there as well on the Titan. Super, super cool. Let's take a look at something else. Ooh, they're just sitting still, unfortunately, but there's a full flight of them. Let's see if we get some. Not. I'm guessing it's because like the carrier is down or something. There's more of these. Battlefield underneath them, going through the wreck. And then they're stopping. Something happened to the command ship. Well, there we go, guys. That's going to be it for the recording of this mass test. Definitely way better than last week. This feels like it's working pretty much the way it's intended. Maybe more optimization is possible, but this was very much doable. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and as always, I'll see you next time.